Hello there, and welcome. Yesterday I read to you from Stuart Dybek's wonderful story collection, The Coast of Chicago. And the story I read was called Bottlecaps. I absolutely love that entire collection. I think Stuart Dybek may be one of the most brilliant writers ever. And I've only read that one collection. I should read more. Don't you think I should read more? But I want to base a writing assignment on that beautiful story, Bottlecaps. At the heart of the story is a collection. And the idea of collecting things is very familiar to us as human beings. So, I think you should consider writing a story, an essay, a memoir, or a poem about a collection and the experience of expanding it. So the first thing to do is begin the description of the collection and why it started. A lot of really wonderful collections affect a lot of people's lives. Art collections are a perfect example. Fossil collections, arrowhead collections. So describe what started the fascination with the collection and why it started. Then, if possible and if relevant, describe how the collector's relationship with the collection begins to mature. In Bottlecaps, our narrator explains that he originally just kept track. It was like a statistical collection of which things sold the most and sold the best in his town. But of course, eventually he came to be interested in the rarities in his collection, the special things, the items that weren't always available and weren't always there. And then, of course, the final element of the collection experience is when someone else comes to value the collection, possibly for an entirely different reason. And of course, in Stuart's wonderful story, it's the little brother who decides that those bottle caps are not being used to their fullest advantage because he makes them little tiny gravestones or grave markers. And it's such a surprising twist, but I suspect that there are a lot of collections that are like that. Collections that begin in a sort of lighthearted way, enter a more serious phase, and eventually come to the attention of somebody who sees them in an entirely different way. That kind of change, that kind of transmutation of purpose and vision is really, really important to the human experience. We discover our values in the things that we hold dear, the things that we draw to us. We know that in Eastern philosophy, this idea of collecting and of letting go of things are both very, very potent. So, there it is, your activity for this week, your writing activity this week on a fine Thursday. Write about a collection. And if you have good experience, maybe you could drop a comment. I hope you see me again really soon, you gorgeous people.